Hey guys, I'm back with the second 10, so the last 10 basically. And in 11th place is West Brom. A side who I very much like, I followed all season. I'm very happy with the side. They're probably my second BPL team. I just love the team. Young squad, very good players, a lot of them English. Like for example, Sadio Berahino, Ben Foster, very players I'm fond of. Very good side. Then the managerial knowledge of Tony Pulis can bring in some decent players. The chance I want to spend. He has quite a lot of money he can spend, bring the side up to 11th place, and then I reckon in 2 seasons time you can see them finish in top 10th, but just not yet. It'll be your time soon, don't worry, West Brom, it'll be your time soon. 12th. Please I didn't cancel the recording. No, good. Okay, 12th. 12th position is West Ham. Another side who started very well, but they just drifted away. Basically, if you don't watch Spencer FC, you should. If you go watch his video about Sam Allardyce, about how he fired, he just basically just runs through the whole season really. But how they started well, focused on getting Andy Carroll back into the side, played Enner Valencia and Saka up front, waiting for Andy Carroll to come in. Bring Andy Carroll in, he started very well and then got injured again, and then the side just didn't play the same formation they did at the beginning, and they just crumbled and crumbled and crumbled. So yeah, it's a side who I can expect not to finish that high, but not to get relegated this year yet. 13th, in 13th place is Swansea. A lot of people would expect it needs to be higher up, but I can't see them doing as well as they did this season, next season. Teams started to figure them out. They're decent players are going off on loan to other teams or being bought or just quitting for some reason. And there's no really big names in there. When I hear Swansea, all I can think about is, I don't know, Dyer, but he doesn't play. I don't even think he plays for Swansea anymore. He's the only player I can think of, or Neil Taylor. Doesn't really play. Ashley Williams. Yeah, he's alright. Bafatimi Gomez. Again, decent striker, but not a top 10 striker. So yeah, sorry Swansea, but you're down there. Sorry Gary Monk. 14th is Leicester. A side who struggled at the beginning, couldn't adapt to the Premier League style. Again, it's a massive step up. Premier League is from the Premiership to the Premier League. It's like you could win every game in the Premiership and be really confident, come up to the Premier League and lose every game. It's just that big a difference, that big a gap. A lot of teams come up to the Premier League from the Premiership thinking they'll be alright because they finished in the top 2, thinking they'll be alright, stepping there, but then just a massive step. And they get relegated, come up, get relegated, come up, and they would have finally adapted to it, and then they finish mid-table. So that's a team like West Ham did, and it's just not a league that's that easy to adapt to. Leicester didn't start off well, started to adapt near the end, winning like 8 games out of 9, something like that. So if they carry on that form in the next season, they should be out of the relegation zone fine. 15th. Aston Villa. I can see these guys struggling next year. Didn't really show much in the FA Cup final to Arsenal. Benteke, teams like that, and players like that just aren't looking the sharpest at the moment. Damien Delph I can see leaving. Given he's a very good goalkeeper, but he's got no defensive help. He's basically having to keep them in there, like Man United, but we actually have people who are classed as defenders. So Aston Villa dropping down to 15th. Just out the relegation zone, not getting relegated yet because they're a side who've been in here so long. They know how to stay up in the Premier League. They can do it look pretty a lot of the time, but they know how to stay up. 16th is Crystal Palace. Another side who you expect to be a lot higher up are OCD. Sorry, this is hurting me. Another side who expect to be higher up, but Crystal Palace again. They've got strong players, so Zaha and Yannick Bolasie both. Sorry guys, I woke up early and I'm leaving tomorrow, so yeah. Basically Crystal Palace, decent side, got Bolasie and Zaha, but they've had such a good season. A lot of teams know about it. I don't think they're staying at Crystal Palace really. I think they're going, all Crystal Palace good players are going. That's basically what the Premier League is really. Top sides play. They just play, and then the bottom people who finish bottom, their decent players get bought out, and then they just keep dropping the table. Think of an example of that. Aston Villa probably played really well, and they've got all their good players bought out. They just started to drop, and they lost their good managers really. Okay, 17th. So this is the one off relegation zone, and I reckon Norwich. So yeah, Norwich are coming up this year. They're not going to get relegated. They've been in the Premier League before. They know how to stay up here. They know what it's like. They've already adapted. They've got decent players coming back into it. They've got the confidence of winning the playoff final. They know what it's like to be a big club in the Premier League. They finished in the top half before. I can't see them being relegated. They have the experience of the Premier League. 18th. Sunderland. I'm sorry. I can see you guys going. You haven't looked good this season. All your good players are gone. You've lost your Sessegnon. You've lost everyone who's been performing for you, really. So I can't see you guys staying in the Premier League this year. You're just dropping every season. You're dropping in positions. You're up there contending, like getting 4-0 from Man City, and then the next season you get smashed like 6-0. So it's just not good enough for a Premier League side, really. I don't think you could stay up here much longer. And now, bottom two. Obviously, going to be both sides that just come in this year. Bournemouth. They're going to be 19th. I haven't really watched, and then I'll just put this in here as well. I haven't really watched any championship games. I haven't really seen much from these two sides, but Bournemouth and Watford, when you hear about them, you know Bournemouth are a lot better side. They've been in the Premier League more times than Watford. Bournemouth, a lot more experience, of course. When I've seen them play, they've looked very good at times, but not good enough to stay in the Premier League. I can see them come down to the Championship and then come back. I can't talk tonight. Go down to the Premiership and then come back up to the Premier League and finish in mid-table. They just need to have that kick. They need to get that kick. They need to get that drop down to reality. Get relegated. Come back up again. Not be so confident. Know what they have to do. Do the right things at the right time and just stay up in the Premier League. Watford, not very experienced in the Premier League, I don't think. They're going to drop down, might come back up again, or just finish outside the relegation. They'll just finish outside promotion. I can't see them staying up. They're not a side who you can see beating teams like Liverpool, Southampton, Man United. So yeah, this has been my Premier League prediction. So yeah, goodbye.